Hello everybody. I have a journal that I've just finished, and this is a floral journal. I've used a Valentine kit from the paper Cameo. I will put a link to that in the description box below. Now, although I've used a Valentine kit, I tried not to make it too Valentine because, like, not everybody does Valentines, do they? I don't do Valentines at all, but I really liked the lovely flowers in the kit, so that's what I've used. And I just didn't use a couple of the papers that actually had the word Valentine on them. So that's pretty much how I got out of that one. I've used one of the papers on the cover here. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And on the side I have some beautiful vintage ribbon, which I think I put a little bit of coffee on that one, just to because it was a little bit too pinkified, so it dampened it down, with some tulle on it as well. And that's the back as well, still using papers from the collection. This is a hollow spine journal. It's I'd say it's not soft and it's not a hard cover. It's like mid-range. I have stitched all around the edge there, and I have a tulle closure. It has 3 signatures, and it measures 4.5 by 8.5, and it has a 1.5 inch spine. So let's open it up and have a look, and I hope you're all keeping well. It's really hot here today. Okay, so we'll go inside. And it has fabric inside of it, and this beautiful vintage lace. I've made a pocket out of that. That carries on all the way through to the back, so there's a pocket at the front and at the back. In the pocket I have this little notebook. This is part of the Paper Cameo collection. It's really lovely, and I've just made it into a little booklet and used some of my scrap papers in here. I've put a little tuck spot, and that's one of the little embellishments. It has hearts throughout this journal, but I feel that you can use hearts all the time, especially when you're using flowers. Very pretty, isn't it? So like I said, just scraps of paper, a bit of tissue paper there, washi tape, some stickers I've used from my mystery box. And the mystery box I buy each month comes from Paper Inspirations. And that's an online store. Just a little bit of packaging paper. I have some little printouts from the snippets by Sam Floral. Another sticker there from my mystery box, and the same sort of thing going back the other way. I'm not a huge fan of ruggedly ripped things for pages, but I thought because it's only a small booklet, I would do it in here. And then in the back here, another little pocket, and I have just cut out one of the lovely images from the paper collection. Can you see her? Isn't she sweet? And I have backed her so she's quite sturdy, and popped her in there. You could decorate a page with her, or you could even thread some thread and make a little hanging decoration out of her. Perhaps make her into a bookmark by using a paper clip behind her. Anyway, that's what goes in the front pocket there. And there is some stitching, not a lot of stitching, but there are some pages stitched. There's stamping, and this is a beautiful, lovely soft pink. It's really fine nylon fabric. It's a gathered trim. That's from Crafty Me Shop. I have just a little scrap notebook there with odds and ends of pages we all end up getting, and I've just clipped that onto the page. There we go. And one of the not stickers, in the printables with the envelopes and things, you get these lovely little faux wax seals, so I've cut the hearts out and put them on there. This is part of the collection as well. It's got really pretty papers in it. Flower. There's one of the papers. I've got a die cut here. That's the Tim Holtz dies. A little bit of vintage ribbon up the top there. This is part of the collection. I've made a collage tag. And that's the back of it. And there's a fold out page there using some washi tape in the crease and some washi tape there. A lovely little lace heart. Another beautiful sticker. I love these. They're washi tape stickers, and that's also from my mystery box. And I've done some light stamping throughout the journal. You know, you can still write over that though. It's not too heavy. That's the middle of the first signature. Oh, not quite. Sorry, one more page. This is a little bit of mark making that I did a little bit ago. That's the middle of the first signature. Die cuts. A couple of tags. This is one of the tags from the collection. And this is just an embossed tag that I've made. I'll go in this little tuck spot here, and that tuck spot actually opens up. Sorry, I'm out of shot. That tuck spot opens up like that, so you can have a little secret writing place, and there's also another little tag in there that you can write on from the collection. And this is, I don't know exactly what it's called. It's actually pleater's tape for pleating garments. I found it thrifting a long time ago, but I love the look of it. And so I've just stitched that on to a couple of the pages with some of the threads and a lovely flower. And washi tape. We have an envelope here from the collection. That's the back, and there's one of the faux seals. And I've just put one of those lovely little hearts in there. With the faux seals, I usually back them, like I print them out and then I back them on quite a sturdy, heavy paper. It's not quite cardboard because I don't want it too thick, but it's a sturdy paper that you can use to back it and make it just a little bit stronger. So that goes on there. Another sticker from my mystery box, and I got these mystery box things at in various months. They didn't all come this month. They've come over the month. So, oh look, this I saw on Instagram. I think it's G Kerr was making these little matchbook notepads, and I thought they were ever so lovely. So I've made one to go on here, and it's just a paper clip, so you can attach it to your page. I think they're lovely. It was on Instagram, so you'll just have to look her up on Instagram. More of the vintage ribbon. Another tag from the collection. This was blank in the center, so what I did was I cut the center of it out and placed an image from one of the other tags inside of it. Oh, and these are the little cluster envelopes. Laurie, Girl on the Ridge, makes those, so I made a couple of those because I noticed she was making some a little while ago, so it prompted me to make a couple. It's funny, we forget to do certain things, and when you see someone make them, you think, oh, yes, I'll make some of those. So I'll put a link also. G Kerr has a YouTube channel, so I'll put that in the description box below. I'll also put one for Laurie for the video that I watched. This is a little tag, a collage tag. This is the paper from the Paper Cameo collection. This is just an off-cut of paper that I had laying around, so I made a tag out of it. And this is the second signature. There are 80 pages in this journal, so it's a good size, but it's not too chunky, and it lays nice and flat because it's got that hollow spine. So I've just put a little heart in the center of that page. I have another tag from the collection there, and a tuck spot also in the collection. More die cuts, another flip out there, more stamping, little belly band, and I've done, what have I done on here? I've got a bit of mark making, a bit of washi tape, and a bit of stamping. And that's just on some offcuts of file folder. And that just goes in there, and that's part of the paper collection with a Tim Holtz die. Lovely ruffled fabric there, which used to be a flower. That's why occasionally you still get little bits of the glue, because I unraveled the flower so I could use the fabric, because it was, I just thought it was, I did that for a previous journal and I had some left over, so I've used it in here. Just some more printables there. The doily die by St. Paul. That's a paper bag, so I've got a tag in here. Another beautiful washi sticker. I love washi stickers. They're not shiny at all. They're just beautiful, and you can see through them. More of that lovely vintage ribbon there, and I think this might be a French dictionary page. That one. A nice tall tag there. Put on that side there. Okay, so now we have a tuck spot down here, and that's one of the little embellishments from the paper collection. And then I've used my foiling pen that I bought for myself, and I've done a little bit of foiling just over the edge of that tag, just to add something to the actual tag. I really like that. There. This, I think it might have been like, I can't remember what it was, to be honest. I got that thrifting. It's like an old, it could have been perhaps a wedding treat, you know, with sugared almonds or something like that. It's very fine, so it takes up no space, and you could write over it and it wouldn't affect it in any way. So I've just popped that in here. It's quite old, but I think it's very pretty. And a couple, oh, another little hiding spot under there, and a couple more tags in there. And another tag in the paper bag there. Oops, I'm going to do that. Over here I've got a couple of different scorecards that can be used to journal on. And another little, just an off cut to make another little tag that goes in there. Another belly band, same sort of thing, a different stamp on that, and some more mark making. And Rachel from Roxy Creations has a video on the mark making. I did a batch of them a few weeks ago. Another one of the tags with the foiling on it. Oh, I love that. I think it's so nice. It's like, it's not, you know, it's not in your face or anything, but it's very subtle. That's the word I'm looking for. It's really pretty. This is just there we go. It's just a paper, and once again, Laurie Girl on the Ridge. And I've put a sticker on the other side, and it's just popped over like that with a little paper clip on it. Another one of the tags and a tuck spot. This music paper is it's fairly brittle, so I have put fabric on the spine of it just so that it doesn't, you can sort of, when I bent it, it started cracking. So I put a piece of linen in the gully of that. It's more of the vintage ribbon. And some stickers that I've had for a while. Another washi sticker from the mystery box. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And then our last signature, there's more stickers. Another little one of those paper flips and washi tape and Tim Holtz dye. All the pages are tea stained, and I print on tea stained paper for these pages. I don't ink them afterwards. I tea stain my paper and put that through the printer. Another little hidden pocket here, hidden journal spot there with another tiny little journaling card hidden in there, and a couple more tags, more of that lovely tape, another little foiled journal spot there, and that lovely trim, another one of the matchbooks there, another collage tag with some lovely silk and stamping, little journal spot in there, one of the papers from the collection that flips over, and it's got die cut and some stamping, more ribbon, just a little flower, very pretty, another one of the lovely envelopes from the collection there, really pretty, and that's the other side of it. And a couple more tags, and one of those lovely clusters. Oops, hang on, I know what I've done. I've got a little thing there, I've got to put them like that. There we go. Opens up like that, and there's the pocket on the back page. And what I did was I made a little while ago, I've got oh my goodness, I've got a whole heap of little envelopes that I made. I was tidying up something and I was putting this fabric away, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll make something out of that. So I started, and then I turned to the organza ones. So I've just popped a lovely heart on the front of that. And what I've done is I've popped inside of there the rest of this beautiful vintage piece of lace that I got. I think I bought that from the Collectorama. It's really, really pretty. So I've just popped that in there. And it goes in that pocket. And that is the journal. I had a lot of fun making this. I think it's very pretty, but as you can see, it doesn't have to be Valentine's, even though I've used the Valentine kit to make it. I think it's just a lovely, pretty floral journal. But if you like Valentine's, of course, there's hearts in there, and you could add more to it as well. So it could definitely be more Valentine. You could stick something on the cover. It's totally up to you. Now, I do have to mention, because I'm using printables, like this is not a laser printer. So when you're using printables, do be careful not to, get water and things like that on them, because the inks will run if you're not careful. So just be aware of that. I think it's so pretty. It really is pretty. And I accidentally printed this one out a little bit. It didn't quite reach the end, so I've just put a tape all the way around the edge, and I quite like the way that looks as well. And that's the lovely spine. So I hope you like this journal. Now that I've finished that, because it has been on the go for 2 or 3 weeks now, I can get back to doing my slow stitch. I've still got to make my gate. I haven't done anything since my last video on the down the garden path, so I'd like to be able to get on with that either today or tomorrow. And this is for sale in my Etsy store. I think the next journal I will make will be a neutral journal. I actually had this, the pages put together for a neutral journal, and then I turned it into a lovely floral journal, and I'm so happy I did. It's always puts a smile on my face working with pretty things. So take care, everybody, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.